For those of you who heard, we have done some work to our house, to the front yard, and as you can see, it looks very, very different. For those of you who've been to our house, you remember we pretty much just had a bunch of rock on the ground. We went ahead and covered that with some grass, and although it may be difficult to tell from this distance, but that's actually artificial grass. We took out that little tiny trip wall and put in a more significant sized half wall to create like a courtyard effect where the two pine trees there are inside of. And then to the right there, over the front of the office window, is a pergola which is actually shading the office window as I speak. So that was done for that specific purpose. And then to the left there, we did leave some of the desert rock, and we added some new plants and a mastic tree to just add a little variety there. And then on the far side to the right, underneath the other pine trees over there, we put in some brick planters, and I'll show that to you in a moment. As I close in on the yard here, you get a better look at the grass. And this is actually, as I said, artificial grass, which you can probably tell now that I'm closer. But it's very, very realistic, and it's supposed to last over 20 years, so we don't have to worry about doing yard work on the grass in the front. We added a walkway here, which we didn't have before, and a herringbone design, as you can see, with the tritone, three different color brick, leading up into an entryway to the courtyard. And we increased the walkway. There was just a little tiny sidewalk here before, as you may remember. So there's just a massive amount of pavers set down, and this walkway goes all the way to the driveway underneath the pergola. And we just really, really love this design, by the way. So we actually built it around one of the pine trees here, so it's almost like a kind of a ground planter, if you will, with the border. And then we have more artificial grass here, bordering up against the patio. A little bit of rock back there with the tree. And you can see the other side of the half wall here, the back side. And then the plants that go around the half wall. And then the plants around the house. We actually added some plants near to the front door there too. And you can see the walkway goes all the way up there. There's a little bit of planter area. And let me just back up. I forgot to highlight. You saw the plants on the walkway, but there were also plants on this side of the half wall that we expect them to grow pretty tall, cover up most of the wall on either side. We are also going to add on the top of these pillars a blue flower pots, which are actually in the garage right here, which I just zoomed in on. I don't know if you can see those very well. And in addition, we had some leftover bricks, so we've added some planters to this side, the other side, which we hadn't originally decided to do anything to give it a little bit more continuity. So fortunately, these brick planters have caused a little bit of controversy with our HOA. Don't know why, but they're just being sticklers about it, so we may have to do a little coloring of the light colored brick. They think it's too light, so we need to darken it a bit. But there's 3 of these planters that add some variety to this side, which is just rock, as you can see. And we may put some plants inside there, probably in some pots or something like that. So we were told that we couldn't really plant anything inside there because it might hurt the pine trees. But here's another perspective of the yard. This is looking from the south towards the north. You can see the western sun is starting to come in. It's probably about 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the afternoon. Today's April 17th, so it's probably about 90 degrees right now. So you can really see how that pergola adds the shade. It just perfectly shades that window. It really keeps my office a lot cooler. Didn't have any problems with the HOA on the pergola though, which I thought we would, but they don't like the planters, so go figure. One other thing we did too, and we'll take another look here, in the side yard, we added some more of the artificial grass. So we do have a full backyard of real grass, but we decided to add some artificial grass to the side yard here, which is kind of the kids' play area. So I got their trampoline here. So you can see this is the same artificial grass, and we put in a border. So we have a little variety there. You can see the jasmine, they're just about ready to start blooming. And here's the rest of the grass, which is real. So when the real grass is growing well, like it is right now, and the fake grass, you can barely even tell the difference. So that's working out pretty good for us. And here's the rest of the yard. We have some vines that are growing now. You may remember some dead vines. And there's our tangela tree which is doing well. But we added some new vines that are growing really well, so we're excited about that. And our yard is looking much, much better. And that's all.